So basically, this application is designed to host multiple shopping outlets. So it's going to allow Zimbabweans from all over the world to be able to shop from wherever using the same price. Because the problem that we have at the moment is that, especially here in South Africa, we have over 6 million Zimbabweans, but they're having a difficulty of purchasing goods back in Zimbabwe using the same retailer price that they are finding here in South Africa. So they are forced to actually buy groceries, hardware, etc. Then they sort of like pay someone to deliver their goods back home. So this facility here is designed to be using the South African rand. So the nature being that this is sort of like a pseudo currency, which means the price is going to be maintained throughout your geographical location. So, for instance, if you're going to buy washing powder in South Africa for something like 36 Rand, if you're now back in Zimbabwe, you're going to still buy the same product at the same price. Why? Because the selling point being used by this portal will be in South Africa, since this is a South African company. So basically, this virtual mall system is going to allow Zimbabweans to be able to purchase groceries from wherever they are with for lower prices. And I've integrated a delivery system to it, which means that we can actually deliver your groceries. So basically, this project is going to create employment. Why? Because the drivers linked to this application, they're an independent entity which simply have to register to the application so that they be able to deliver people who make specific requests over specific delivery points to like point in case. Right now I'm in South Africa. My parents are in Murambinga. If I buy groceries on this application is going to show me all the shopping malls that are close to Murambinga. Then I buy from there. Then the driver closest to the shopping mall that would have registered to the application will pick up my groceries and deliver them for a delivery fee, which is going to be something like at most 60 Rand. So I'm hoping uh, someone can actually resonate with the concept that I'm trying to bring to life, so that at least I don't know, they can back me up or they can become shareholders. But I believe this is going to be unique. Why? I'm not sure if you get it, if you get what I'm saying.
No, I'm listening.
So yeah, so basically we have this application. Can I share the core concept behind me creating this application?
Okay,
This
where is that?
application, yeah, the
Okay,
core,
go ahead.
the objective that I was going for is because Zimbabwe is a currency which is never stable. So the best way is to create a shopping platform which doesn't run on an unstable currency.
Okay.
Why? Because it's not a crime to actually, yeah. So this platform here, it will allow Zimbabweans to buy groceries not using the RTGS yet they are in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
So it would mean that the difference would be just that they would have to use prepaid cards, but we are already remitting. People are already being sent money back home, but instead, what people are doing is that if I send back money home, people are forced to convert it back to RTGS in order to buy the goods at an overpriced price.
Okay.
So this
So go ahead.
so 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 I'm not a good explainer. So what's going to happen is that this
Yeah.
so this application is going to allow somebody in Zimbabwe, instead of them getting money from a remittance shop and going to exchange it on the black market, then eventually buy groceries at a higher price. This application is going to allow them to simply get their money, or even avoid getting their money directly. Why? Because you can purchase using PayPal, which means somebody would simply have to push money onto their PayPal account, then they buy groceries. So they will buy more. Uh, Money is not lost anyhow. Uh, and also, it is an inbuilt balance system, which means if you don't want to use other payment methods, you can directly load money into your account, which you can actually purchase on the platform, within the platform. So it removes all these obstacles that are associated with buying groceries when you're in Zimbabwe and buying groceries when you're out of the country.
All right. Is it
I don't
working
know.
now or is it in development?
Right now it's working now, but I have sort of like three different versions of this application. Why? Because I'm not in a financial. The first version that I had, it had a remittance application integrated with it. Then my friend said I need I don't know, some financial board that I need to be part of. I don't know the multiple regulations that I also need to be part of. So financially, I'm not in a position to be associated. So I had to downgrade all the features that I have and simply. So this version here, hosted on trivicash.com, it simply shows the multi-vendor system which is associated with the application.
Yeah. So, so you right now you are looking for financial resources to be able to advance this platform.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. To be specific, I'm just looking for backup, like people who actually believe this is possible. Because from the way I see it, I've seen, because this company like is similar to Amazon. So I hope somebody has the or sees the sense in this, then they can back me up or at least become a part of me. I don't want a handout. I want people who believe in the concept that I have. Then at least from there, then I hopefully I can bring it to life.
Okay. So, so if I hear you correctly, you are saying I need a bridge to get to a stage where you have a commercial application that that can provide a service to potential clients, or you have it but you need marketing and support marketing expenses.
Yeah, but I think at the moment it's more like I need strong marketing. I need more of marketing and
So if you were to look at
yeah.
your budget, marketing, how much are you looking for?
The thing is, the last month I used like my last 20,000 over marketing. So I'm no longer sure how much this is going to drain me. I used 20,000 rand. I can send you like what I did just with 20,000 rand. But it
And
managed to amass like
did you generate any income out of it?
I didn't. I had only something like 3 clients, but
Okay.
I had like page likes, like on Facebook. If you go to my Facebook page, you can see that I'm now like over 2,000 page likes. So I saw that
Okay.
the problem with it is actually people fear it. They are like, no, this is impossible. But some people are like, yeah, I get you. But they're like, "Ah, but we know you. We know you. So yeah, we know you. You couldn't do something like that. Or I do not get the fear. Yeah, amongst my peers. So yeah, that's one point. So if I had a figure who could actually back me up, who goes, this makes sense. I believe that'll be a turning point. And
But
also, yeah,
the proof of concept, is it there? Can you show, demo it and show it to us, the public, and see how it works? Because
yeah. Sorry, I cut you off.
yeah, no, I'm saying is, can you demo it?
Yeah, I can demo everything.
Okay. So when can we have that demo? Do you have it?
Yeah, I have the demo right now.
Can you send the demo on WhatsApp?
The link to the demo. All right,
Yeah,
let
the
me
link to the
send it
demo.
to
Yeah.
you. All right, sure. But this version that you're going to be watching, it is the trimmed version. It's not the out, like it doesn't have all. There are two versions that I've created.
Yeah. So which one do you think ought to be known and interrogated?
Uh, I think the first version explicitly defines what I'm going for, but this version is what people want, I guess. But also the first version, I had complications with people saying there are just too many ideas, like congested together.
Oh,
So I yeah, let me cut the other. Let me send you the other link uh, to the other demo because it's also hosted live. I just but I'll be
this
this one is
is,
hosted on an IP.
okay.
AWS.
Okay, this is the one.
Yeah, this is the one.
So okay, so you are with OK Zimbabwe.
No, I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not with OK Zimbabwe, but it's not a crime to did what I did here because I didn't claim I was associated with them. What I simply did is I have an algorithm which can actually scrape off data from other websites. So OK Zimbabwe, I simply scraped up from them. Spa Zimbabwe, I scraped up from them. Then that's Daily King Zimbabwe, that's some company in Zimbabwe, and that's Farmers Produce. Those two I linked up with them. So like they call it that's a drop shipping concept that I used with OK Zimbabwe and Spa. That you can link your website to another website which is currently live as long as you don't infringe their rights. As long as I don't claim to be OK Zimbabwe. So yeah.
Okay, so go through with me. So what is I'm the client and I live in the United Kingdom. What am I supposed to do?
When you loaded the browser, these two, unfortunately, these ones are supposed to be universal. So what you do here is, if you want to buy, if you click here, that's for the Android application.
Okay, that's for the Android application.
Yeah. So, for
So it
instance, here in
doesn't.
the UK,
So I download the app.
if you want to download the app, you can simply click there. But yeah, for on this portal, all those companies that are listed on the front page, they're universal companies, which means they deliver across the country. That's how I set them up, because it has a backend. In the backend, you give it restrictions that when should this company show up.
So
Isn't when
now,
you first loaded that
I've
page,
been told, what do I do?
now that you have what?
I've installed the Thrive cache.
Now you simply click on, isn't those are universal company, you click on the outlet that you want to shop from.
So I go to OK.
Exactly.
Hmm?
Exactly. You go to OK. For instance, if you want to buy from
Yeah.
OK, then once you click there, you're going to see products that are in OK. So
Okay.
those, if you go to their website, you're going to see all those products are also there, just like that. Why? Because I
All
have an
right.
algorithm which actually takes data from their website. So now you just add items to your cart. Then that pops up. Then if you want to check out,
So you have to log in.
yeah, you have to
Or
be
you have
logged in order. Yeah, you have to register. Can you scroll down to register? Scroll to the bottom where it's written create an account. Right. There you can attach any picture of anything, but you're supposed to attach a picture of your ID so that we verify you're actually a human. So you can attach anything there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll click back to your cart. Yeah. So now you can continue. If you simply click to your cart there, then check out. Yeah. Now you have to add the location, delivery location. What's written add new.
Add new. Okay.
You have to get okay. Then click on add new address.
Mhm.
All right, then you can click back, or you can on the icon here, or yeah,
Wait, my
on
old.
the icon. On the trivia icon? Sorry, on the icon, on the trivia cache icon to file exactly. Then click on cart. On the shopping cart, yeah, check out. And yeah, now you have a location. Then you have to add a comment. For instance, if you are living in a building where you have to ring on the door or something of that nature,
Yeah.
you have to type in, please ring the gate when you get to the gate. Sort of like an instruction for the delivery guy.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah. Then those two options are first two are supported in South Africa. Then yeah, that's your balance. Then pay now.
You don't have permission.
What's happening? Uh, let me cross check why that is happening.
Mhm.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think I've been blocked by because I'm at the moment I'm using PayFast. So they sort of like check the IP address or something.
Oh, okay.
Let me. I want to cross check what I've done wrong. Everything seems. Can you reload the page and check out again?
Let's try bank. Please fill out this field.
Yep, that one is easy. Then you simply attach the proof of payment there.
Okay. All right. Okay. Um, so what's the advantage of using your app than shopping straight from OK online stores?
Because it's the unfortunately for a South African, it's expensive. Why? Because OK uses US dollars. Uh, so if you shop directly, it's a disadvantage for you. But if you shop using the app would have standardized the markup prices based on the South African rand to make it relatively cheaper for you. And the second advantage to using my application is that you have multiple options besides going to OK. Because in Zimbabwe, like we have like two major retailers, like not two major, we have two retailers that are efficiently working online. That's Food
Yeah.
World and OK Zimbabwe.
Mm-hmm.
So on this platform now you have multiple options to be able to buy from multiple platforms. Secondly, if you are in South Africa, it means to send groceries, you have to spend at least 400 rand just to take them from here to home, which means with my delivery fee, it becomes relatively far cheaper. So, yeah, if people actually knew of this, they would actually stop sending groceries home and using this application. And my advantage also, yeah, besides the security features, besides the multiple products, besides the service delivery, because once you send groceries back home, the person actually has to either go to point in case. I have relatives in Harare that I used to send stuff for. They have to wait for the bus and keep calling the
And,
driver. Marco,
and Maynard Manyoa says, good initiative, but a few questions. Why would one opt for this as opposed to simply buying from OK? I think that was what you answered. Then do you have discounts through your storefront with suppliers, businesses, or you are just on the back, on the periphery of this value chain?
I'll be honest, I'm just at the periphery of this value chain, just to be honest. I'm more of a drop shipper in the concept that I don't own all the products. I'm the person who facilitates these products to the customers that I actually need. So I'm there to aid people get the best products at the best prices to the people that would be shortchanged usually because of their position in between the multiple bodies that they exist in.
This is a thrive, is a trivi, is it? How do you make this? Is a Trivi Cash platform. So are you just a servant for Trivi Cash or what?
No, I'm the owner. I'm everything. I'm the owner and I'm the software. Yes, I'm Trivikesh.
Oh, so you are Trivi Cash.
Yeah.
Then where is the money in this model? Because I don't see money here. I see a lot of thinking and a lot of acting. Where is the cash in the model?
But do you mean how I get my revenue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I'm hoping that once I reach a certain amount, then I'll be able to host multiple retailers. And for that, then I'll be charging commissions for the sale of their goods at the standard price. So
But
that would
right
be advantage for me. And also that,
now it's a charitable platform.
yeah, right now it's a convenience platform.
Okay, so imagine I was the investor and I asked you, how much do you need? What is that number?
To be honest, according to my estimation of uh, the things that I need, I think it would cost me something like, besides marketing, it would cost me something like initially for the first month, something like 65,800. That's in rand.
65,000 rand.
Yes. And what would be the cost of the 65,000 rand? Because
Yeah.
I plan on design, the costs are mainly because I want to launch in the 5 biggest cities in Zimbabwe. So, for convenience sake, instead of delivering each time, we can create what are called pickup points.
All
Pickup
right.
points are so these are points instead of drivers having to be scheduled deliveries of groceries. Now people can simply go to a pickup point if they don't want to pay for the delivery service fee. So it means people would simply get an order.
Now you got you have 65,000. Then what do you expect to do with the 65,000? You now have You need visibility, you need to be known.
Yes.
And the platform technically is working.
Yeah.
And the remittance, is it working?
Yeah, but the remittance application, after meeting some financial advisor, I think they said something that I should have at least the financial proof that I actually own at least 5 million rand. I don't know how much money they say to be specific. Just in case I don't know what they call it in financial terms. So I was like, probably I'm not there yet to start remitting money for people.
All right. Happens here in the UK, they use local stores as pickup point. Zimbabwe's issues with expensive data and power coverage, won't it affect your revenue streams?
Yeah, it will. That's why if you go to my the page that I've created, I said I plan on for the first year of me officially launching in Zimbabwe. This will be a free access website. This website has been designed in a way that it's supposed to optimize depending on your geographical location, which means that if you are in Zimbabwe, it's going to give you an optimized, like the minimum version of the website, which actually allows you to do what you have to do. So in Zimbabwe, so that people like what happened here in South Africa. In South Africa, Twitter has been free on like I don't know, for the past 2 years or so, and now almost every South African enjoys being on Twitter. But recently, you now have to pay to be on Twitter, and you're still seeing this huge demographic of Twitter users that are now acquainted with using Twitter, who are now actually buying data to use Twitter. So my idea was, if with the right backing, no wonder why I'm looking for at least people who can back me up to 1 million rand. It is because I have this vision that if I make this website a free access website, then this is going to change the way that we're going to buy everything in Zimbabwe. Why? Because look, I don't know, 10 in every 3 Zimbabweans is a diasporan who is sending them money. Why would they need to send them money through World Remit to buy groceries instead of directly depositing it into their Trivicash account? So that they buy groceries that they need, that every time they need something, they buy it through Trivicash. Remember, this platform won't be restricted to groceries only. It will also have electrical appliances. It will have hardware centers. It will have clothing online stores, which means people are going to start using this pseudo currency. I call it a pseudo currency because at the moment, according to the SI19, I'm not sure, in Zimbabwe, you're not allowed to use foreign currency, which means Trivicash provides a pseudo currency which is equal to the South African rand, which allows Zimbabweans to be able to operate using the South African rand within Zimbabwe, which allows them to do which conveniences them to buy goods at a comfortable price, like at a fair price, at a steady price, not a flimsy price, which is directly dependent on the black market, which decides what is the current rate today. So this platform, with the right backers, with the right amount of money, I believe it's going to change the whole e-commerce industry of Zimbabwe. We're going to have people creating online stores with us in order for them to have a consistent customer base which is willing to buy goods from us. So I
All
don't know.
right. So I think I hear you. I hear what you're saying. So let's send me the proposal that you have in mind. Then secondly, if it can work in Zimbabwe, why can't it work in South Africa?
It will be it will be a direct competitor to Take a Lot. This system, I designed it specifically to help people like me. I'll be honest, I came to South Africa without, I was an undocumented South African, and I know how difficult that is. No wonder why there are some features here which enable somebody who's undocumented uh, to actually use this application. So this application was designed.
There's a payment gateway, because as you know that
Yeah,
if you have a community of people, it's like a church, like a club. You can have your own union, you can have your savings and loan, you can do many things outside the normal banking channels. You may not call it interest, you may not call it investment. You can build a community of people, and from that community then be able to use that as a platform to do internal transaction. People who are at home and people who are here who need to buy, because as long as I have a payment gateway and there's recognition of that payment by the retail outlet, and then you can be able to deal directly with the retailers, because it then allows for convenience. Because this is just a convenient tool. I can buy
yeah,
online.
but yeah, essentially.
Yeah, so if I have an e-commerce platform, I will be able to be visible, but obviously there's a payment, there's a checkout, which is linked to PayPal, or I can link it to Europe or to US, so that I don't have to bring dollars into South Africa.
Oh yeah.
So I just link that to a US, get to a US bank account. So people in the US will pay dollars. Then I just buy the money in Zimbabwe or wherever it needs to go. So you can create agents network.
Yes.
People to be able to be the aggregators.
Yep. I'm sorry, it's breaking up from my end, so I'm
Okay, now
hearing sort of like.
there's a lot that can be discussed. Let's start with just understanding where you want to go.
Okay. My hope is I create this multiple online store platform which conveniences everyone from around the whole globe to pay essentially for whatever they need through our platform. So that's the whole.
That's the whole idea. Yeah. All right, so let's discuss that offline. Then at least I have a better idea of what you are proposing.
Okay.
Yeah. So any questions? So let's discuss offline and then see what is possible.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for letting me join on your show.
Okay, thanks.